The Simple Hoop boys are back.
Yes, sir. I'm Rocky.
And I'm Ryan.
And today we're going through the Ringer's top 125 list.
We're doing it, guys.
A lot of players. We got to go through them. And not a lot of time.
Yeah. Under 70 minutes.
125 players in 125 minutes.
We're doing a minute per player, guys.
No, our plan is to go and break them down 5 players at a time. Say if we have any thoughts, opinions on them. And then once we get to the top 20, top 15, then we'll talk a little more in depth. But, this is going to be a long one. You want to just get into it?
You want me to name the first 5?
Let's go.
All right. Starting from the bottom at 125, we have Dylan Brooks.
Woo.
Then
dog in him.
Herb Jones. No applaud for Herb.
No, because he doesn't deserve to be there. But we'll
Fair.
talk about that later.
And we have Jared Vanderbilt, Markelle Fultz, Malik Monk.
Fultz.
Markelle Fultz.
Those faults.
Fultz.
And has no double O in there.
It's Fultz.
Go ahead. Malik Monk, Trey Murphy.
There we go.
All right. Now, my opinions looking at this. Dylan Brooks, I'm surprised he's on the list.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's there.
But as a Rockets fan, obligated to love him. Herb Jones.
Probably the only one.
Herb Jones had a disappointing sophomore year, so I'm not surprised that he's this low, but has potential to be higher.
Yep.
You agree?
Yep.
Jared
I'm
Vanderbilt.
surprised by him because he had a lot of people's heads turning once he
Vanderbilt?
got traded to the Lakers. Yep, Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I
expected
really
him
like
to be
Vanderbilt.
higher up.
He's definitely just like a role player at the end of your bench.
Yep.
But he could definitely be a difference maker in a playoff series with his elite defense.
Yep.
So,
Work on the shot.
Yeah. Markelle Fultz.
He's my
he
guy.
had a bit of a comeback year.
I like Markelle.
Dropping? Well, I don't know if he dropped, but 122 is pretty low.
Well, he probably wasn't on the list to begin with last year.
That's true. He has
But
been on the up.
had a very good year this year.
Yeah.
Maybe the guard Magic keep for a while. Maybe not. Has some injury concerns, but I like the player.
Probably not. I mean, I definitely like him. He's fun.
Yeah.
I think eventually you give him another year or two, maybe he finds a place. He finds a role on a team that he really likes.
More of a middle ground.
He is. Oh my God, season 6,
Yeah.
which is crazy to believe he was the number 1 pick.
Same
6 years
draft
ago.
as Tatum.
Wild. Malik Monk.
I
really
love
surprised
Malik.
by
A
this.
flamethrower off the bench.
This man was like torching
Yep.
teams in the playoffs.
Yep.
He was torching, well, not teams because they were in the first round, but he torched the Warriors.
He played good. He had a
one
good
or two
season.
30-point games in that series. Maybe I'm tripping,
No, I believe so.
but he was definitely a offensive threat in that series. So, and then Trey Murphy the third. We get that name out.
I also like Trey Murphy.
No, definitely some good young guys on the Pelicans. Mostly wings. Returning to the Raptors.
You can also kind of see
So
the younger guys have plenty of time to move up this list.
yeah. No, for sure.
All right, we got to take... Sorry, I could not clear my throat to save my life.
Is that your reaction to seeing the next guy on the list?
Kyle Lowry.
Big Booty Lowry is on the list at
Kyle
119.
Lowry. And you're going to have to pronounce number 118 for us.
Bogdanovich.
Yes, sir.
At 118.
I have a speech impediment. 117, Quentin Grimes.
Yes. Go ahead. Finish it out.
At 116, hate this dude in 2K, Bobby Portis. And
2K.
115, I don't like him. 115, we've got Valanciunas.
Oh, you got it right.
Yes,
I
sir.
was worried for you. Big Booty Lowry starting us off at 119.
One of a kind problem solver is what the Ringer has listed for him.
I guess so. I mean, he definitely has had disappointing seasons since being traded to the Heat.
Yep.
But in the playoffs, he
had
one
big
out of
moments.
3 games.
Yep. He had
I'd
big
say.
moments against the Celtics. But
It'll be one game where he's out. Next game,
Yep.
he performs.
he's
So,
also 37. We expected the slow
the fact that he's still on
decline.
the list at 37 is
Yep.
actually really impressive. So,
Yep.
Bogdanovich, lethal shooter.
Yep.
I like him.
He's a hot hand.
I can definitely see. We're just listing off role players at this point, so I don't think there's a lot of contention.
Yeah.
Quentin Grimes, I think that's fair.
Yeah,
Good
still
scorer.
a very young guy.
Bobby Portis, I think a few of these guys are probably better than Bobby Portis.
Yeah, I would take a few of them over him.
I feel like I don't really know. I feel like Bobby Portis had a disappointing year this year compared.
I
He's
expected
kinda-
him to have some
Okay.
big numbers this year.
Surprisingly, 28. I thought he was a little
Yeah.
older.
No, he's still pretty young.
And then Jonas Valanciunas.
The most bland guy in the NBA. I'll say it. I don't like him. I don't like anything about
I actually
him.
like Jonas Valanciunas.
Has that hair slicked back.
Yeah, he does have the hair slicked back. It looks like
Looks
a
like a
mob
James
boss.
Bond. Yeah, yeah. It looks like a villain.
I like him because you know me. I love my big man that
Yep.
can shoot the 3 ball,
Yep.
and that is what he does. So that's someone you want around Zion.
That is
So-
fair. If he ever plays.
Yeah, I think Jonas Valanciunas has his moments. He's definitely he grabs 20 boards randomly. He'll hit
Yeah.
5 threes randomly.
Yeah.
So I like him as a quality role player.
Now
Next
you roll
few
us in the
players.
next 5.
We got DeAndre Hunter at 114
Yep.
and ex Hawks
Teammate.
player John Collins at 113. We got Lou Dort at 112. Wow. Whoa. Well, that's Gordon Hayward at 111. And Christian Wood at 110. Wow. We got some controversial people here.
Now, I think we're getting into an interesting point in the list. Because, like, these are players that I like. And, like, I
Yeah.
think they're important to what their teams do.
Which ones?
Hunter.
'Cause I don't-
We've talked about this before. I thought Hunter was going to be much, much more than what he does right now.
Hunter is definitely someone that has the potential, but like he still hasn't gotten
Yep.
there yet, and he has the bag. So we were expecting him
We're
to step
expecting
up.
something here, especially with John
Still
Collins getting
hasn't.
moved out.
Yeah.
A lot more time for him.
So hopefully he does step up. John Collins keeps going down and down since his first
yeah.
year, honestly, which is really disappointing. But he definitely could be someone that gets higher on this list in Utah.
And this one, I disagree with a lot.
Me too.
Lou Dort deserves
Yeah.
to be higher than 112.
Lou Dort is a elite defender.
Yep,
I'd
elite
say.
defender and a very connective piece on offense. He can score, he can pass a little bit. Of course, he defends, but he does everything where a team, if OKC doesn't have him, they're going to
Yeah.
realize they need him.
Yeah, he's someone that for some reason keeps being in trade talks, and I'm actually surprised if the Thunder are willing to trade him that he isn't getting traded because the Lakers would love him.
Yeah.
Literally any like contending team would love
Yep.
a guy like Lou Dort.
He's also a lot younger than I thought. I thought he
24,
was
yeah.
26, 27.
No, he had his breakout year in breakout moment
Yeah.
when he played against the Rockets in the
Yeah.
playoffs with that
Was
Chris
that-
Paul team.
Was that 19?
Ugh.
Year before the bubble?
Yeah, I think it was 19. It was either the year before the bubble or it was the bubble. I think it was the bubble.
Okay.
I think
for a
because then
second
the
I thought
Rockets
it was
faced the
bubble.
Lakers right after.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got
they didn't have CP though, did they?
beat.
It was Russ, right?
Yeah,
In
it was the
bubble?
Russ years.
Okay, okay.
Because Chris Paul was on the Thunder.
Yeah, I thought you said Chris Paul was on Rockets. I
Oh,
was
no.
confused. Anywho,
We going too fast.
1-1-1.
Gordon Hayward.
Gordon Hayward.
You know me.
He's a Gordon Hayward hater. Listen,
I'm a Gordon Hayward.
a Gordon Hayward
hater.
No,
It's a hard one to get out.
I gotta respect. If you're Celtics once, Celtics for life.
He
Exactly.
played 5 minutes for the Celtics, my guy.
He played 3 years before he left.
Yeah,
Anywho,
3 years
Anyways.
in a hospital bed.
literally what Ringer says would be very good for any team if only he could stay on the floor. He's a great basketball player. Yes, he's not the Utah Jazz Gordon
Yeah.
Hayward. But if he was healthy, I feel like he'd be higher on the list.
The one thing I would give credit to Gordon Hayward for is that for some reason this Hornets team, and me and you both know, we're Charlotte lovers.
Yeah.
All right. This Hornets team has sucked for years.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I've been seeing Mason Plumlee do full court layups. Okay. Gordon Hayward has at the least made this team competitive at times.
Yeah.
When I think not this year obviously, but last year or the year before, like his
There was a
minutes
a
on the
play in somewhere
floor
in there.
correlated to
Yep.
winning. So I'll give him that, but he definitely feels like he's just getting older and older. And Christian Wood at 110.
Interesting.
Listen, Houston Rockets fan here. I know Christian Wood can be a good player at times, especially if you put him on a bad team.
He can also be bad at times. All the
But
time.
I'm really surprised by this because Christian Wood's a guy who's still in free agency right now, a month after
Yep.
it started.
That's the thing with
No one
Christian
wants-
Woods. I don't know what to think of him. I don't know where to rank him.
I mean,
He-
JaVale McGee was getting minutes over Christian
Yep.
Wood. And
Yep.
we're supposed to be thinking of Christian Wood as like this guy who might can get up a little bit.
Because that's what I thought when he went to the
But-
Mavs. I thought this was his year to
I
jump
know.
up a step.
And it's crazy to think I was disappointed when we got like only the 25th pick in a trade for Christian
Yeah.
Wood. But yeah, I'm surprised he's as high as honestly, we've named a lot of guys I think are better than him.
Yeah.
At 109, this is hot. Hot take right after the beautiful playoffs by the Lakers.
At 109, we have Austin Reeves.
Already can tell you we disagree on that.
Then we've got Terry Rozier, Spencer Dinwiddie, RJ Barrett,
Ooh.
and Kyle Anderson. I'm sorry, Kyle Anderson is not better than RJ Barrett, Spencer Dinwiddie, Terry Rozier, Austin. Let's stick to that.
Kyle Anderson, listen. If your jump shot stops halfway through and takes 30 seconds, I don't know if you're breaking the top 100.
If your nickname is literally slow-mo, I don't know if you really should be this close to top 100 as he is.
Listen, we're naming a couple of players here who are getting $20 million a year.
This list is kind of wow.
Austin Reeves at 109 is obviously so disrespectful to him.
Yep.
Man just got a bag this summer and could have gotten more if the report that the Spurs wanted to offer him like $5 million more a year.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Dude, Austin Reeves,
He's
a bucket.
listen. If LeBron is trusting you to be the ball handler, in the
You're not
playoffs,
109
You're not
Beth
109.
Nah.
I mean, he wasn't doing that to any dude on the Cavs teams.
I guarantee he's not telling Kyle Anderson to run the game in a big-time playoff
No
environment.
Now, Terry Rozier, he's someone I really like. I think he can be a good scorer at times.
I think he's just kind of, I don't know. I got to see the rest of the list to determine if he deserves to be here. But he's a small guard, scores,
6'1".
a very good scorer, not best efficiency, but I like him. I don't know if this is the right spot for him yet.
He definitely is someone that just needs to be put on our team.
Yeah.
I don't know why the Hornets still have him. They should have traded him probably 3 years ago.
They should have traded
when
him,
they got him.
got Scoot, but we'll let it be.
Spencer Dinwiddie, I like him.
I
I think this is a fine spot for him.
I used to hate on Spencer Dinwiddie, and I'll bring it
Why?
up to the podcast. I don't know what it was. I don't really know what was going on with me. But him on the Wizards, I kind of forgot about him.
Oh, that is true.
And then he went to the Mavs, and this year I watched a few Mav games.
He was really important
He was
to the Mavs.
cooking, and then he got traded.
Surprising they traded him and Dorian Finney-Smith, two guys who were very good for their team. I really like Spencer Dinwiddie in Dallas. I don't really think I saw much of him.
I didn't watch too much
Brooklyn.
of him, but
Not even in the playoff series. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I don't feel like I saw him a lot. But granted, the only thing I saw in that playoff series was Mikal Bridges, and then I quit watching after game 1.
yeah, me too.
That series sucked. But RJ Barrett at 106, this is probably very disrespectful. You agree? I mean, we had him at 12 maybe on our top, what did he qualify for? Small forward list?
I didn't have him at 12. I had him at 8.
We had him
on the list.
I couldn't remember where we had him at.
I know he was somewhere on the lower end of my list, but I don't believe that you can name 106 players better than RJ Barrett.
No, I think RJ Barrett, I mean, he scored 20 points per game.
Yep.
Maybe 18 to 20.
I believe 19.
Okay.
I don't know if you know. You can pull it down and get their stats and everything.
Oh,
and
okay,
their
sweet.
accolades.
So, yeah, rounded up as 20.
Yeah. He was a 20-point game per scorer.
20 point per game scorer.
20 point per game scorer. Along
As
with
the third option.
defense being the third option. Not the most consistent, but he's still very young.
Still very
23
young.
years old.
Yeah, 4th season. Yeah. Kyle Anderson, as we said, Mr. Slow-Mo doesn't
Read
deserve
that.
to be
Read
here.
their thing. Just for our podcast.
Float game, calming presence.
Keep reading it. Read that whole
the-
sentence.
Calming presence with a idiosyncratic skill set.
Now, I just have one question for you. Didn't he punch somebody in the playoffs?
Calming
present?
Calming
Okay.
presence. Yeah, he definitely did. All right, 104, we have Jordan Clarkson. 103, Walker Kessler. They love grouping up
Yeah,
teammates.
the teammates.
102, Josh Hart. Josh Hart above RJ Barrett.
Hold on, I'm looking up the list.
101 Alex Caruso.
Caruso.
And 100 Devin Vassell.
We broke the
Wow.
top 100, guys.
And this is a rough list. Jordan Clarkson,
I'm okay with Jordan
you
Clarkson.
could put him anywhere. He's gonna change every
He's
night.
a great scorer.
Yeah.
He's an
20.8.
ISO scorer. That's what he does. It's what he's built for. It's what teams have him for.
Walker Kessler, I guess this is a hard person to put because he's a rookie,
Yep.
so you can't really be mad.
He did
In a
have
way.
a very, very dominant side on the defensive.
When he started to play for the Jazz, he really did a great job.
Yeah.
So deserves a lot of credit. Josh Hart above RJ Barrett, his teammate.
And listen, I love Josh Hart. I think he's a great, like one of the top role players
100%.
in the league. But Ringer, I'm calling you out. What's this list?
He averaged 10 less points than RJ Barrett. And Josh Hart's potential is way less.
Whoa, yeah.
So, Alex Caruso 101. Listen, I'm all for Alex Caruso maybe 3 years ago, but I haven't heard a thing about
I'm all
him.
about the Lakers, Alex Caruso.
Even last year, he was pretty good, but like I don't know a single thing about him this year. Wasn't
6
he,
points.
injured for a while
Yeah,
ago?
he has been dealing with a lot of injuries.
6 points.
But 6 points, 1.5 steals, decent 3-point shooter on very low volume.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He's so potential GOAT is what they have.
Huh? What? Rocky, that's a joke.
Potential GOAT. That's wild. No, Alex Caruso is definitely someone you want on your team. He'd be really nice on the Warriors, the Lakers, Chicago if they were good. You know, he'd be nice on a lot of contending
The
teams.
potential GOAT?
No, it's because they used to call him the GOAT back in the day, and for the Lakers.
Oh, let's
You
get
don't
in.
remember that?
No, let's get into the top 100.
Wait, Devin Vassell, underrated year. He deserves more credit.
Oh, yeah.
18.5
For
points.
some reason, I thought we were breaking him down in the next
So,
segment.
Devin Vassell,
Devin Vassell. I love Devin Vassell.
Yeah.
Very good 3-and-D wing.
give him his praise and love.
Give him them flowers.
Now, go ahead. 99.
99, we got Emmanuel Quickly. At 98, we've got Wendell Carter Jr. Don't forget that. At 97, we have Russell Westbrook. 96, we have the newly signed Pacer, Bruce Brown. And at 95, we have, I'm not pronouncing his first name, but his last name is Zubac.
Zubac is not better than any of the players we just
Nope.
named. I
But-
mean, don't get me wrong. I like Zubac.
Yeah, I mean,
He plays his role well, but
he's not better than, yeah.
not better than Westbrook.
Quickly.
Manuel
How do
Quickly.
you feel about Quickly?
I don't
Quickly
know.
Wiggly.
I just think of a good scorer, good shooter. And
I just remember late in the season, he had a game where he just torched with Jalen Brunson out. Like, I'm talking like he had like a 40-point game.
No, yeah. I mean, he's a very quality scorer. Like,
Yep.
he very elite. I won't say elite, but very quality scorer for a role player.
Yeah.
I think his main problem is just being small and lack of defense. So,
Yeah.
I don't mind him being, anywhere on this list. With role players, it's like you can argue all over the place. But Wendell Carter
I
Jr.
agree.
I love Wendell Carter Jr.
Now-
I think he's had a really good season.
Yeah.
So
Little backstory. Wendell was touted as a similar mold to Al Horford. You know how I love Horford. Excuse me.
Horford.
I've been watching in on Wendell Carter. A little bit more on the Magic because I don't watch Bull games. But I love Wendell.
Yeah.
He's a good man.
You know me? As I said earlier in the pod, I love me some bigs who can shoot
Yep.
the 3-ball.
Yep.
That's what he does. Not much to say. I really like him. I think he is still young and has a bright future potentially if the Magic don't continue their love for having 15 centers on the team like they used to do with Vooch.
Yep.
So,
Very true.
Russell Westbrook.
97.
I think Westbrook gets hated a lot, obviously, with his stint with the Lakers. He definitely can get a lot of blame for hurting teams with his lack of shooting and just no off-ball presence.
Yep.
But his little stint with the Clippers this year, playoffs, I think really showed that he can still be in the right position, a
Yep.
very, very good player for your team.
Yep. He has to be in a position to where it works for him.
Yeah.
And he's not asked to do too much,
Yeah.
but he's not asked to just stand in the corner.
Yeah.
And I think his playoff run was the most impressive thing from Russell this year.
I mean, he still has the hustle. He still has
Yep.
a lot of what makes him good. You just have to have a team that perfectly molds him. And obviously with Russell Westbrook's age, you're not building a team around him. So you just have to hope he falls in the right
I think it fits on the
situation.
Clippers.
I think Clippers is perfect for him. So Bruce Brown at number 96. I know you hate this. Go ahead. Let it out.
Honestly, real honesty, I don't know.
Hold on. Look at his weight. Man weighs 2,020 pounds.
2020.
Man bulked up for the Pacers.
Okay.
That changes everything.
You know, it's hard for me to really put Bruce Brown in a place. Obviously, if y'all don't know, I'm a Pacers fan, mostly Celtics fan. Pacers my little side team, my side chick. What?
You're a Celtics fan.
I'm a Celtics fan.
Yeah, but you said you're a Pacers. You gotta like.
Yeah, okay.
I'm a
okay.
temporary Pacers fan.
I'm a Pacers fan on the side. Celtics is my team. Love them to death. They're my boys. Met them in person one time. Took a pic. We'll link it on the video. Anyways, I don't know how to rate Bruce Brown because we've never seen what he's about to go into.
Yeah.
From last year, this is... You could take him up, you could take him down, depending on what night you look at him.
That's fair.
I think this is a fair place for now, but my hot take is he's going to be up.
I really
by the
don't think
next
it's
go-around.
even that hot. The only reason you wouldn't is because there's a lot of players that can get minutes over him for the Pacers because they just have so many guys that need to try out. But what I'll say about Bruce Brown is you're a role player on a championship team. I think you get boosted in this list, and he definitely didn't receive that boost. 96 is a little surprising to me.
Especially when we look at 95. Again, no hate to Zubac, but...
He's good at what he does. I don't really think that Zubac is someone that I'm putting above a lot of these guys.
He's a very one-dimensional rebound. Done.
Rebound, yeah. And listen.
And some defense,
He had the 34 rebound game.
Oh,
season.
He did, didn't he?
You remember that?
Yep.
So that was, a big deal. But he's good at what he's good at.
Ooh, Rocky's going to like the next 5. Take it away.
Oh, I'm not. We have Cam Johnson at 94. Fair. Alperen Sengun at 93.
Do you not think that's fair?
We'll go into that. Tobias Harris at 92. Caldwell Pope at 91. And 90, Clint Capella. Now, Cam Johnson, let's get out the way. I think that's fine. You think so?
I
don't know how to think about him. He obviously got a bag this summer.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was worth it.
I think he deserves to be a little bit higher.
You think so? Okay.
Now, maybe high end 80s. Not much, but I think he deserves to be a little bit more up there over some of these guys.
It's always hard to rate these players because if he's on the Lakers, maybe we're seeing something completely different.
Obviously, media is going to change the way we feel about every player.
Even that, just like his role changes.
Yeah.
So, I think he's someone that a lot of teams will like, and I'm not really sure why the Nets wanted him so bad to stay. I guess because they just didn't want to lose him for nothing.
Do you not know about the Cam and
the Cam McHale connection?
Yep.
I guess so.
They're twins, bro. That's what they call themselves.
All right, Sengun at 93.
You take this one. I won't even say nothing on Sengun.
I'm going to say what I said for, I don't know. We were talking about a rookie earlier. When you're young, it's still hard to say. He plays for a bad team, so you could easily say that.
A horrible team. Let's preface that.
Was the worst team in the league. I'll be honest. The Rockets suck, okay? Yeah. So you could say that Jalen Green's 20 points per game or Sengun's, 15 points per game is, empty stats on a bad team. I would disagree. Especially with Sengun, I think Sengun is someone that, at least in the media, is often praised.
Yeah.
Considered baby Jokic.
Yeah.
But he's still really young, and I think that's fair that he's actually low on this list. Because I don't want to rank these by potential. I want to rank them by, who I'd want on my team right now.
Now, my one thing I want to say about the Sengun, because I know we're going to get to Green.
Yeah.
I think Sengun should have been rated higher than Jalen.
I
That's my only issue. If they're pretty close together, I'm not going to make it a big deal. But I think Sengun is better right now.
Yeah, the only difference is Jalen Green was a better scorer this year.
Yeah.
And then Sengun, at least in Steven Silas's eyes, which he's a fired coach now.
Yep. It made me
Sengun
so angry.
Was considered to be a player you can't play in the fourth quarter. I don't necessarily agree with that.
He's so young. Let him play. Let him develop. Let him grow.
So Sengun at 93, it's fine. I definitely think you can make an argument for him to be higher, but I don't want to show my bias, so I think it's okay.
Tobias Harris.
Tobias Harris, I actually didn't notice 15 points per game. That was pretty bad. I actually thought he was going to be someone considered on our small forward list,
No.
and he wasn't.
No, because he every year after the Clippers, he's
It's
just
just
slowly
going down.
fallen and fallen and fallen. And did you see his little interview where he was like, I can do everything. The 76ers want to trade me, trade me.
I think that was his dad that said that. His dad had a quote
Oh,
that went
maybe.
popular or something.
But nonetheless, if you're digressing every year at 30 years old,
No, I think it's fine. I think Tobias Harris can do. Here's what I'll say. Tobias Harris, if he's getting paid $15 million a year right now,
oh yeah,
we'd love him.
yeah.
But he's getting paid $40 million a year, so things will change once he gets his extension. KCP, I love KCP.
Oh, I know you
3
do.
and D to the max, 2K legend. Let me tell you,
He says that, but then never does anything.
put him on your team and you will green every 3.
Are you making that a promise to our fans right now?
You will green every 3 unless you're a little nervous because
There
you're
we
playing
go.
against Ryan.
You literally on air, you just said that you get nervous playing 2K against.
Hey, it's because I want to win so bad. You know me. When I have to hit a 3 at the end of a fourth quarter, I'm half metering that. It is nowhere near. There was like a Jalen Green 3 I was supposed to hit the other day.
Yep.
And it was like 75% meter.
And Clint Capella at
Clint
90.
Capella, I really have no idea where he belongs.
If we're
We keep talking about how he's supposed to get traded and the Hawks don't even want him.
if we're basing it off of 2K, this dude's grabbing 30 rebounds a game.
30 rebounds,
Like you're not
30
touching the
blocks.
ball. But real life,
Ball
he
threat.
he has his moments. I'll be honest, I don't watch a lot of Hawks games
They
due to the
kinda-
fact
they're
that
lame.
yeah. But the few games that I have seen, he gets the ball. I'm not sure what's going on.
Technical difficulties.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know you could time.
Yeah, that's what.
I was wondering why it was falling.
No, it's okay, buddy.
But Clint Capella, you know,
Cool.
I just pulled a Bradley Beal on you, and you didn't
Yeah.
do it that time. I said Clint Capella, you know.
Yeah, you love him.
Ooh.
right.
Ooh.
89.
Now we're getting into the good stuff.
We have Nikola Vucevic. 88, Keldon Johnson. 87, your boy Malcolm Brogdon. 86, Anthony Simons. 85, Kevon Looney.
Ringer. Let me and my boy Rocky do your top 125 list next year.
Guarantee you we will not put Kevon Looney at 85. Vooch. I like Vooch. I really don't know where you put him.
Yeah.
Uh,
Same position with me.
a dude who I actually did not realize how good of a rebounder he is till the season. He's probably top 5, maybe top 3. Like, you need a rebound. Vooch is one of those guys. He probably has the most 20 rebound games this season.
Yeah, he
I
had
would
a
put
good
money
bit
on
of them.
that, So,
Also a good shooter. Not the greatest defender.
big man who
very-
shoots the 3 ball.
Rocky's favorite, as you see the trend with the list. Anytime there's a shooter that's a big man, Rocky will chit-chat about him.
Because they are beautiful in 2K. Although Vooch is a little disappointing when I played with him in 2K.
Yeah.
So.
You didn't like him too.
Hey, Keldon Johnson.
Hey, you were giving him some praise on a recent video we did in the past. I remember you talking
Vooch?
about him. No, Keldon Johnson.
Oh, yes, Keldon Johnson. I actually think Keldon Johnson was one of the most underrated players this season.
Yep.
Averaged 22 points on a bad team. If the Rockets are the worst team, it's the Spurs. So,
And right with them is our hometown team, the Hornets.
yes, sir. Keldon Johnson showed that he can be a really good scorer. I mean, 55% true percentage.
Yeah.
And I think that you can kind of use that with a bad team.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I mean, it's 5 to 7 away from something like Curry.
Yeah.
So,
You also have to keep in mind that he, coming in, this wasn't going to be his role. He
Yeah.
wasn't expected to do what he's doing right now, and he is doing it. And I think he will keep adapting and keep growing into the role.
definitely.
And I think he'll definitely move up on this list come next year.
I like him. It's still young, 23.
Yep.
Can definitely be. I think a guy that the Spurs will probably keep because he could just be a
Yep.
scorer beside Vic. So I
Makes
really
sense.
like Keldon. He's a really good scorer. Definitely underrated.
Oh,
Malcolm Brogdon at 87. Was he your best guard this year? Or is it still Marcus Smart?
no.
Derek White?
Der-
Yeah.
All of them had different times, and all of
Had
them
their
were
moments,
used differently. But I think overall, Derek White was the best.
Which is weird because last year he was gone in the playoffs.
Yeah, he was struggling. He had to get that swing back in it. He got a shot. But back to Malcolm Brogdon. I think the Celtics, if this team fits him perfectly, just
Yeah.
because in Indiana,
Indiana.
my second favorite team, can't pronounce their name. In Indiana, he was asked to do so much,
Yeah.
and now he can take a step back. And on some nights, you can look just from his stats. Some nights he's scoring. Some nights he's asked to pass the ball around. Some nights he's asked to shoot 44.4% from three.
Throw it in.
Not the greatest defender,
No, he is a really good shooter.
but I really do like him for my Celtics.
No, I love Malcolm Brogdon. Kind of crazy to think he's 30. He came into this league really old.
Yep, and
That's why
won
he got
Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Now your boy. Let's hear you talk
Anthony
about him.
Simons. He had a disappointing year. Well, 21 points.
No,
But he
it
took a big step
yeah.
last year, and then Dame kind of overshadowed him this year, obviously.
it's hard to. You can
So-
see just from his stats. You can see that it's there,
Oh,
but he just
100%.
couldn't get it all because Damian Lillard was on the team.
Listen, when you're a small guard and then you're forced to be played again with another small guard,
Yep.
it's gonna be hard to play. But Anthony Simons, if he is the guy that I kind of feel bad for him because now he's getting put beside another small guard
Yeah,
in Scoot. Now Scoot, obviously, he's a tank
yeah.
But-
I think they work better
than
than
Dame.
what Dame and him would have been.
100%.
Just in terms of different play styles.
And the reason I like them is because they both can play off ball.
Yeah.
Because they're so athletic.
Yep. And
So-
Scoot, just imagine Scoot driving in with his 3-point shot. It's gonna be nasty in Portland.
No, it's gonna be
Both
nasty
ways.
because they have Scoot, Anthony Simons, and
And
Shaden
Shaden
Sharp,
Sharp.
who are all insanely athletic.
Shaden Sharp's not anywhere on this. Not even as honorable.
Tough. Kevon Looney's better than Shaden Sharp.
Kevon Looney at 85, the no flash big with an
I think I
impeccable
know
sense
why.
of how to contribute to winning systems with never overstepping his role.
I think I know why they put him here. And
Tell us, Rockman.
I'll defend the ringer since we obviously disagree. He had a really, really good playoffs this year.
Yep.
He just does everything that the Warriors need. And it's kind of weird though because like the Warriors keep wanting to replace him or
Yep.
get a new big.
He's
But
been on that team for
when the playoffs
so
come
long.
around, he actually does step up.
Yep.
He was having like monster
yeah.
rebound games.
He had some insane rebounding
He
games.
was, like-
even assist games.
He was like Dennis Rodman out there.
Yep.
Just 20 rebounds per game. Like it was insane. So he definitely deserves some credit.
Yeah.
He's a little smaller, but he plays the defense and he rebounds the heck out of the ball.
Not 85 for me, but I do see where you're coming from.
He was vital to the Warriors getting to a game 7 with the Lakers. So now 84. Go ahead and say it. Your boy.
Franz Wagner.
Yeah.
Wagner. He's my dude. You know,
Wagner.
Wagner.
It's Wagner.
It is Wagner. That's what I said at the beginning.
Go ahead. List them all out.
Okay. I'm so excited for
You
Franz.
just want to talk
Mitchell
about Franz.
Robinson from the New York Knicks. Woo. Kyle Kuzma. Jalen Williams, the gooder one. The better one. Don't cut that one out. Not the gooder one.
Cut it out.
The better Jalen Williams on OKC. And at 80, CJ McCollum.
All right. Go ahead and talk about Franz.
Franz, if y'all watched our recent video, might not be posted yet, but it could be. Franz Wagner, one of my favorite basketball players. Love watching him play.
On the small forward list.
I just love the idea of tall wings that can shoot, defend, play make, and do a little bit of everything out there.
Yeah, almost a rare breed in a way.
Yep.
That can do two ways, and they're tall.
Yeah.
So,
And this is even taller than what normal wings would be considered.
I mean, yeah, he's taller than Kevon Looney,
Yep. Yeah.
who plays small ball center.
And
So.
he also only grabs 4 rebounds a game.
Hey,
But we're not knocking him. He's at 84.
can't blame a man who plays on a bad team.
Yep.
Mitchell Robinson, he had really good playoff minutes. I'll give him that,
Yep.
if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, because he outperformed in the first round. He
Jared
had
Allen.
good playoffs. Second round, he sucked against
Yep.
the Heat.
Yep.
But first round, he outperformed Jared Allen and Evan Mobley combined. I think he was rebounding better than both of them combined. So,
Yep.
Mitchell Robinson, I guess playoffs are really playing a role in this list. He's cool.
Well, if playoffs are playing a role, then Kyle Kuzma would not be here, folks.
Kyle Kuzma at 82. Really interesting. I thought he had a really good season, especially, obviously, he got paid a big bag by the Wizards,
Yeah.
$30 million a year.
I'm
surprised he's at 82.
I think this is a fair. I'm gonna be on the Ringer side here. We're gonna flip flop a second. I think with most of these players down here, you could move them up 10. You could move them back 10.
Yeah.
I think moving them up a tad would be beneficial, but I like his place where he's at.
I think Kyle Kuzma, in terms of the placement that you could have him, this is probably the lower end.
Yeah, this is definitely on the lower end of the
So,
spectrum.
cool. Jalen Williams, a rookie getting this high.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's see where Apollo is. I love Jalen Williams. He does everything. You know.
I really hope he has a bright future
Yeah.
with the Thunder.
You know how OKC likes their players. They like them. They can defend. They can shoot.
They just like the random
They can
guys
handle
in
the ball.
draft.
CJ McCollum.
CJ
at
McCollum.
80.
Blech. Get him out of here.
You want him higher?
No, I want him lower.
You want him lower?
CJ McCollum is just not a guy I really like. I feel like last year when he got traded, he was a really good player for the Pelicans, and this year he just kind of disappointed.
I think he
surprising 21. I'll give him credit. 21 and 6 is a lot higher than I thought he was.
Yeah.
So
I think this is kind of where he should be. His whole career, he's averaged around 20 points. But this year, he does up it with the assists, getting a little bit more assists, playing that point guard role. But I don't have too much to complain about with him.
that's cool. Now, let's get these centers out the way. 79, Steven Adams. 78, Jakob Poeltl. 77, Bojan Bogdanovic. 76, Mike Conley. And 75, Jaden McDaniels. Love the Jaden McDaniels love in this list. Now, Steven Adams is 79. I mean, he's a guy that he does what the Grizzlies need. So I'll give him that. I don't know if he's better than Kyle Kuzma or maybe some other guys that we've named. But, I going back to RJ Barrett, I'd probably say RJ Barrett's better than Steven Adams. But how do you feel? Is it just
I don't know how I feel
Way too
because a
high.
part of me wants to say your boy Dylan Brooks is better than Steven Adams.
No.
This is how this
terms
list
of
is
his
making me
role.
feel. I'm done talking Steven Adams.
I mean, Steven Adams came into that team and they started being a lot better. So, I don't know. Jakob Poeltl, bleh.
I liked him on the Spurs. When he got traded, I didn't really. I'll be honest. I don't watch Raptors games.
I haven't thought of him much. He's kind of a guy that I think there's like 8 Jakob Poeltls in this league.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, all very similar.
Bojan Bogdanovic, kind of surprising. He had a really underrated season.
Yeah.
I put him up there with Keldon Johnson and most underrated players this season.
Yeah.
At 21.6
Stats
points.
on an empty team, but
41%, 3-point percentage, just really good.
yeah.
So,
When is the Pistons going to trade him? What do they need him
empty team.
for?
I guess you could say empty team, but there are a lot of guys who need minutes on that team.
Yeah, just ship
So,
him out.
Yeah, 100%. If he was on the Mavs, we'd be thinking.
This
completely
little
different.
stretch of the list is making me feel some type of way.
Mike Conley, pretty high. I mean, he had a worse season than CJ McCollum. I guess he's just a guy that you really like in the playoffs. maybe?
No. It was hard to watch Conley struggle during last year's playoffs. The Jazz blinked and saw their point guard go from trustworthy custodian of their explosive offense to a liability on both ends. He was a liability this year, too. He didn't do anything.
Yeah,
in the
Mike
playoffs.
Conley is really high on this list
The
for
only
some reason.
the only thing I can think is his veteran leadership.
Yeah.
That's there.
I mean, I really do like him on the Timberwolves. I think
Yeah,
that was a good pickup for
I
him.
think it fits there at 76, best player in the NBA.
At least someone can throw lobs to Rudy Gobert
Hey,
now.
that is true.
Jaden McDaniels, 75, continuing to put teammates beside each other. I really like Jaden McDaniels.
I like him
think
too.
he almost had the chance to show off his defense potential in the playoffs, but he punched a wall.
Yep, he decided to punch a wall. Hey, those young kids, they don't be playing around.
Hey,
22 years old, has a lot of time to develop.
yeah, so he will definitely rise. Now, 74, we have Tyler Hero. 73, Kevin Herter.
These are my
72, Norm Powell. 71, Marcus Smart. Ooh. And 70, Rob Williams. We got 2 Celtics players
Dude.
here.
Right through this list, we've got some Celtics coming up.
And I'm going to be honest, I think Tyler Hero is really low. I think Kevin Huerter and Norm Powell are not better than Tyler Hero.
No. They're definitely not better than Tyler Hero. Just from, like, if somebody said, hey, rank Tyler Hero, I would probably have him up in the 40s, 50s, somewhere around there.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's fair.
Just off the top of my head, from what I know he can do.
Kevin Huerter's, Tyler Hero is a really good scorer, 6th Man of the Year candidate, obviously. Kevin Huerter and Norm Powell, I think they are really good role players, and they're good for their teams.
Yep.
Kevin Huerter, I think, was, a lethal shooter. And Norm Powell, surprising, 17 points per game, 40%.
Yep, he's always a dog.
They both are good shooters. They're good guards to have on their team. I don't know if I really rank them super high.
No. And I'm doing this again, guys. I'm sorry to do it. I'd rather have Malik Monk over Caleb Huerter. Not Caleb Huerter. Kevin Huerter.
Yeah, Malik Monk's definitely better than Kevin
I
Huerter.
like Malik Monk way better. No hate to either player, though.
Yeah, no. 100%. Now, Mark Smart and Rob Will here towards the latter half of the list. What do you think about that, Ryan?
Just from looking at it, Marcus Smart should be higher. I'm not saying top anything, but he should
top
definitely
15.
I'm saying like end of the 50s. But Robert Williams, I think
I'm actually impressed that he's here on this list. I think he has the potential to be higher, but
I
in
think
terms
this
of
is
him
where he
always being
fits.
injured.
When he's healthy, he's a dominant force, makes the Celtics unstoppable on the defensive end.
No, he's been injured all year, and Joe Mazzulla barely even played him.
Yeah,
I'm surprised he made it to 70, so credit to
the
him.
injury concerns, but guys, he is working on his jump shot. This is not a Ben Simmons drill. He's working on the jumper. Hey, eat your words when apology cam coming.
And his
when he
25 3 in 2K.
Okay. Do we want to talk about 2K ratings and how they're messed up?
2K is real life, obviously.
And at 69, we've got Josh Giddey,
yes,
the
sir.
TikTok star.
Belongs at 69.
At 68, we have the bald mamba, Derek White.
Don't start calling him that.
67, he will play till the age of 50. Al Horford.
100%.
66, we've got DeAndre Ayton. And 65, we have Cade Cunningham.
First off, Marcus Smart is better than Derek White and Al Horford.
Thank you. This is the first Celtics compliment he's ever given.
That's not true. Josh Giddey, I really like Josh Giddey. Still young.
I
has
love
a lot
Josh
to
Giddey.
develop. I don't know. I guess 69's fine.
Yeah,
I really think that you don't have to rank young players super high because they still have to prove.
Yeah, it's so hard to rank them.
Because you always want to rank them on potential.
And you can't. You got to do it off whatever happened last year.
Derek White. Love Derek White.
Love Derek White.
Celtics. Definitely a vital part of the team. And
And
now he's going to be their starting point guard.
Yep. He's going to have a big time role this year. Hopefully it works out for him. And Al Horford.
Not a guy who stands out on the stat sheet. He'll have some 0-point games every once in a while.
Yep.
But he is so important to the Celtics. That's the reason why they brought him back after he left.
Yep.
It's because his defense is
And
so vital.
Since he came back, I feel like he's actually having a better stint in prolonging his career here. Yeah, his stats are less, but off the top of my head, I don't think he's ever shot almost 45% from three in his life.
No.
But this year, he does.
Hey.
Great defender.
He shoots the 3-ball.
Hey, he's slowing down on the defensive end, which is, I'm sure, next year he'll slowly start
He's 37.
dropping. Just like Kyle Lowry. Big
Big
booty.
surprise. Had to sneak it in.
Yeah.
Big surprise. DeAndre
Is
Ayton
this
at
a big
66.
surprise?
Listen, I like DeAndre Ayton.
Yep.
I think he has a lot of potential.
Yep.
He averaged 18 and 10 and a
Yep.
block. So I think that it's just so difficult because I don't know if it's Chris Paul effect. I don't know if it's maybe Chris Paul's gone and he actually has a big season this year. I really have no idea where he belongs. I want to like him so bad.
I do too, but honestly, I think he'll fall.
When he just doesn't give effort,
Yep.
then how are you supposed to rank him? So
And Cade.
65 Cade Cunningham. Cool.
This
He doesn't really play.
he was injured basically. He played the first maybe 2 weeks of the season.
I feel like he played like 20 games.
So this feels like the Ringers just going off based of last year. Because if we're basing it off this year, he shouldn't be on the list.
He averaged 20 in those 10 games. So 64, Jared Allen. Whoa. 63, Miles Turner. 62, Michael Porter Jr. 61, Kristaps Porzingis. And 60, Paulo Banchero.
Is that our highest rated rookie from last year?
I imagine so.
Did Jabari not make
So
the
Jabari
list?
didn't make the list. Did Jalen Green not make the list?
We haven't seen him yet.
I guess neither of them made the list.
Wow.
So-
So I was right about Sengun. If I was going to be upset about Sengun and Jalen Green.
Listen, I think Jabari, you can make an excuse for him not being on the list. He had a disappointing first half of the season.
Yeah.
Jalen Green, I'm sorry. If you average 20 points per game, you deserve to be top 125. There's no universe where you average 20 points per game and you don't deserve to be on this list.
Maybe the Ringers trying to protect themselves because there is video surfacing of him humping teammates.
Hey, we traded Josh Christopher for a reason. Now, Jared Allen at 64. I mean, he didn't show up in the playoffs, so I'm kind of surprised he got this high.
I don't know if he deserves to be this high, but
Said the lights are too bright.
he fits. He's fine.
Cool.
My boy, Miles Turner. Ringer has him called a double whammy of Wimper. I think I'm talking about Victor
He's
Wembanyama.
literally a double whammy of win protection.
And shooting. Thank you, Rocky, for the assist. 18 points, 8 rebounds, 2.3 blocks.
Not much to say.
If you're building a center for modern NBA,
Thank God the Pacers didn't trade him because he's going to fit perfectly
Yep.
on that team for the future.
20, and we're not at 20.
Not at 20 yet.
Ooh,
But
62.
Michael Porter Jr. Cool.
Yeah,
I really don't know.
yeah.
He definitely he could probably be lower, honestly.
Honestly, like our small forward video coming out soon, guys. Link in bio. Inconsistent player. Some nights 10 points, other nights 20.
41% from 3
Hey,
on
he's a
7
shooter,
attempts
bro.
is really good.
He's a shooter.
I feel like he's a high volume shooter, but not an efficient scorer.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
apparently not. I mean, give him credit. Kristaps Porzingis, great year. They say injury concerns. I
Talk
think this
about him.
was the first year that he really wasn't that injured.
No, he played the most games he's ever played this season.
23 and 8. I think that was the most points on the Wizards. He averaged
Yep.
more than Beal, if I remember
It's
correctly.
also the most points in his career. I looked that one up when he got traded to the Celtics.
62% true shooting percentage. So
Hey.
even if it was a bad team, he was efficient.
I love this dude. Love this kid. Love
Glad
his
he's
heart.
on the Celtics now.
Love his effort. Can't wait to see him destroy other teams and everybody be angry.
He'll be fun on the Celtics 100%.
Yes, he will.
I'm really glad that he got some love in this list.
And
Now Paulo
60.
Banchero. He's a rookie. This is pretty high for a rookie, but
Once
I think
again,
it's fair.
I think it's a mixture of them going into potential, but also looking at what he did this year. Because he was incredible this year as a rookie. He was very good. I remember at the beginning of the year, his debut, only him and LeBron James had ever scored 25 and 5
Oh
in
yeah,
their
he was
debut.
breaking those records easy.
He was breaking them like it was nothing.
He definitely has the NBA ready body.
Yep.
And so he seems like of that draft class, he's gonna jump to All Star way before anybody else.
Yeah.
Whenever the Magic are good, he'll be an All Star. Let's go into the rest of the list. Nick Claxton at 59, OG Anunoby at 58, Scotty Barnes at 57, Klay Thompson at 56, and Tyrese Maxey at 55.
This list
Nick
keeps
Claxton is
getting
interesting.
Interesting.
He definitely had some elite defense, and
Yep.
if the Nets super team stayed together, he would have been a key role in that team.
Yep.
He didn't. I don't. Again, I didn't watch the Nets in the playoffs. I watched Game 1, and that's it. So I couldn't tell you if he was a big part of their sweep.
And
But
honestly, I don't know either. Because it's Nick Claxton, guys.
he's young, and he has really, really good defense. I'll give
Yeah.
him credit in that.
Yeah.
OG Anunoby.
Dude, I'm so tired of the OG talk. Everybody talks about OG.
Trade him.
He's a great defender.
3-and-D.
He can't dribble. And y'all want to talk about Jaylen Brown dribbling? Imagine him being the second option on a team. I'm not hating. It's turning into me hating on OG. And I don't hate him.
OGB, but I think he is overrated.
Yes, and it's so weird because like we've talked so much about him, and everyone has.
I think there was this expectation that he's going to get traded and that he'll then turn into a second option.
Yeah.
I really think we've seen who OG Anunoby is going to be. He's going to be a quality role player.
But
Third option.
I don't think we've seen all of what Scotty Barnes can do.
No. Scotty Barnes, future point guard, hopefully, of the Raptors.
There's real talks about him being the point guard.
He should be. I mean, Dennis Schroeder? Come on.
Yeah. You could also get Grady Dick in that starting lineup if you move Scotty to the point guard.
Move him. Scotty, we love him here.
I love Scotty. He's a good basketball
Had a disappointing sophomore season in comparison to his amazing rookie season.
Yep.
So he went through a sophomore slump, but hey, he's really good player, and I think he has a bright future.
And also the way like his play style is, I think it will take an extra few years just to get him adjusted to what he needs to do on that Rockets team. Not Rockets, Raptors. And what the Raptors are going to do to begin with.
Yeah.
With their whole team.
Listen, you have to be a really good player if the Raptors refused a KD trade because they didn't want to put you in the package.
Yep.
So, Klay Thompson at 56.
Game 6, Klay, baby. Game
Oh, I thought you were going to do the 4 rings.
No. Oh, he has so many memes about him.
He always does the 4 rings.
The 4 rings, Game 6, Klay Thompson, legendary playoff performer, but is he falling off?
56, I feel like it's actually high for him this year.
Honestly, I agree. That feels
22 points. I don't even feel like he averaged 22 points this year. I'm actually surprised.
He averages just around the same thing every year of his career.
It's 20 to 22 every year.
It's so interesting how certain players are like that.
No, Klay Thompson, did he have a good playoffs? I feel like no one's like stood up on the Warriors team except for Curry, obviously, and Kevon Looney.
Yep, I agree.
So he's definitely
he might have had a few sprinkles of a game, but I know there's games where Curry's got 35 and he's sitting there with 12.
Yeah.
And it's just hard for...
I do remember him in the regular season torching my Rockets twice.
Oh, yeah, you do remember that.
So that hurt my soul. But Klay Thompson, probably higher on this list because of his reputation.
Yep.
Now, Tyrese Maxey. I love Tyrese Maxey. I think he has some star potential.
Potential.
He's definitely going to fill in the role of Harden to some extent this year.
Yeah.
If Harden ever gets traded.
Do you think he can handle it? Maxey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt.
I was going to say there's no pressure for the Sixers, but there is. But also the Sixers are always a disappointment, so there shouldn't be expectations ever for this team.
Joel getting traded next year.
Joel getting traded to Miami Heat to play with Jimmy Butler again,
Knicks.
Obviously.
Knicks.
Yeah. No.
Embiid's a Knicks guy. We see it. I've seen it since the moment
I really think
drafted.
Tyrese Maxey has a bright future.
Yeah.
So,
he's a good guy.
Cool.
Oh, here's your boy.
54. We got Brook Lopez. Oh, I love Brook Lopez. 53, Jeremy Grant.
Say it. Say it. Because I'm glad I'm not reading this list. Say it.
52, Rudy Gobert. 51, Fred VanVleet.
I'm sorry. I know you're a Rockets
50,
fan.
50, LaMelo Ball.
We're diving straight into it. Fred VanVleet is not 51 on this list.
Fred VanVleet had a disappointing game.
I don't care what anyone says. I take Derek White over him. I take Marcus Smart over him. I'm not being biased. I'll take Tyrese Maxey over him. Fred, love the dude, love his heart. He doesn't deserve to be right there.
I don't know if I go that far, but he was an all-star last year, so I'll say that. But he had a disappointing year this year, and again, undersized guard who... Bad year. I don't know.
Horrible efficiency.
51. Yeah, terrible efficiency this year. 51 is surprising for him.
I dove into that so quickly. Let's get into your boy.
Well, I want to talk about Rudy Gobert being at 52.
Oh, okay.
Rudy Gobert at 52 is wild.
Also does not deserve to be there. I don't know what it's
Bad
up
here.
with people loving on Rudy Gobert. Like, there's so much hate with him.
In Utah, yeah.
There's so much hate with him, but he always gets ranked like this in different types of...
he always gets ranked so high.
Yeah, which makes no sense to me.
I guarantee you, when we drop our top 10 centers list,
he's not going to be on mine.
Considered.
Not on my honorable mentions, nothing. I don't...
Listen, I love defense. I love players that can be really, really elite defenders, and that's what he is or was. But this year, just ruined the growth and potential that Timberwolves have.
And gave everything away for this dude to...
They might as well trade Ant now. Because they're not going to do anything. They're not going to do anything.
No, that's true.
He's completely ruined their potential.
That's true. Also, side note, guys, this is the first center he's talked bad about and he can't shoot. Correlation, guys.
I talk good about Nick Claxton.
Hey, let's talk about your man.
Brook
your
Lopez.
2K man.
Brook Lopez, I don't know if it was this year or last year, he had to step up offensively, and he showed more game. Was that this year?
Yep, last year.
That was last year.
I believe it was last year.
Well, this year he was a DPOY candidate. Definitely still has the elite defense.
No, it was this year. It was this year.
What was this year that he had
It
the
was
offense?
in the regular season. I mean, he's averaged 16 a game.
They did have a lot of injuries this year.
Yeah, I think
He
it was
showed that
this
he
year.
still has the offensive back from the Nets. He has elite defense.
Along with
54 is high for this guy, I'd say.
along
But
with, along with 2.5 blocks. Hey, I always
DPOY
forget that people rate him so high.
Yeah.
But I always forget he's 35 years old. He's 2 years younger than Al Horford. He's getting up there. And I always forget that for some reason.
It's elite defender, though. Jeremy Grant, cool.
It is what
Probably
it is.
should be a little low.
A little bit lower. A little bit lower.
Probably some guys, but I don't know. 20 points per game, 40% 3-point percentage. Cool.
Now to Melo.
LaMelo Ball.
I personally think this is a good place for Melo.
Was he injured all year?
Closer to the end. He played the beginning end, I think. He played around 30-ish.
I haven't heard much of LaMelo Ball in a year.
But if
So-
we're just talking about LaMelo Ball as a player,
23-8.
it fits here. He's incredible on offense. He has no interest in playing defense.
You know what I'm looking at? 10 3-pointers per game.
Yeah, he shoots them.
Ooh.
He has no care in what he does. But, I mean, he still is efficient with it. But his shot selection isn't the greatest. His defensive consistency isn't that good.
I
But-
like LaMelo Ball. I think he has a bright future.
I love LaMelo. He's a Hornets guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now,
my.
49. Oh my god, this list is getting bad. 49, we have Chris Middleton. No. 48, Chris Paul.
No.
47, Zach LaVine. 46, Andrew Wiggins. And 45, Aaron Gordon. Chris Paul and Chris Middleton are not
No.
this high. I'm
no.
sorry.
Chris
Middleton
Middleton
was
shouldn't
injured.
be on the list. He barely played. He sucked in the playoffs when he did
When
play.
did he come back? He came back like
Very, very, very late.
second half of the season.
Yep.
15 points per game. Listen, I love Chris Middleton. He definitely had a game or two in the playoffs when Giannis was gone. But hopefully next year he comes back to where he was. But this year he was not that.
Yeah.
He's coming back from injury. I don't think you have to put him high because he once was good.
Yep.
Disrespect him.
Ringer.
Put him low. 75.
What is this, bro? Are you literally serious right now, bro?
This is insane. They're being paid. Chris Paul.
Well, obviously they are being paid.
Yeah.
They are getting somebody.
Now Chris Paul, I'm a Chris Paul lover.
I love Chris Paul too, man.
And I really think he's someone that every team would like. But he's 38. He averaged 14 and 9.
Is it time to hang it up?
No. He can be a super, super, super good 6th man of the year.
Because
But
you've been hating on him a lot lately. I just wanted to see how you felt about him.
no, I just don't think he fits for the Warriors. I think for all 29 other team, he fits.
Yeah.
So,
Celtics.
but 48, I don't know. He makes your team a lot better. But 48,
It's
really high.
And Zach
47,
LaVine.
Zach LaVine. Listen, I feel like he had a disappointing year, but he still averaged 25 points per game.
Yeah, Zach LaVine.
I mean, Chicago definitely disappointed, as they tend to do. But below Andrew Wiggins and Aaron Gordon? I don't
also,
think so.
Andrew Wiggins was dealing with a lot this year, too.
Yeah, he disappeared for like the last 3 months of the season.
Yep. I'm going to move on to Aaron Gordon. Because this is a guy I want to chit-chat about.
I kind of like Aaron Gordon.
I like Aaron Gordon, too. I don't like when I play you in 2K with Aaron Gordon.
Lob threat.
But I do like Aaron Gordon and what he's turned his game into going
Yes.
over to Denver.
Vital to their defense. Played a big role in their championship run
Yep.
this year.
And
So give him the love.
it's really interesting that he's kind of unlocked the Nuggets, but I feel like Jokic has also unlocked him as a player,
100%.
which is, what is the rest of this list?
I know. Let's just get into it. 44.
Let me do it.
You wanna go?
It was my turn. I
Alright.
skipped a few.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I've been stealing.
At 44, we've got Javonte Murray. Keep it rolling.
Javonte.
Keep it rolling.
Javonte
At 43, we have Julius Randle. At 42, we have Bradley Beal. 41, DeMar DeRozan. And 40, Kyrie Irving.
You begged to say the names and you said Javante Murray.
Kyrie Irving?
You always get DeJounte's
I know
name
because I have speech impediment. The fans know it.
No,
we
Kyrie
know
Irving
it.
at 40 is insane. He's top.
We'll get into that one because I'm about to go off on you fools.
DeJounte Murray, best season in his career, but still disappointing on the Hawks. 44, kind of high. Julius Randle, 25 points per game.
What are we doing with Julius Randle?
No, 43 is fair for him. If he's the best, second best player on the Knicks, that was a playoff team. 43 is cool.
I better see Jalen Brown.
Now, Bradley Beal. I'm sorry, you averaged 23 points per game, but you seriously don't belong here.
You seriously?
We hate Bradley Beal.
Dude, Bradley. I heard you got sauced up by Cooper Flag.
I did hear that.
Dude,
he denied it.
Yeah, it came out that it was denied, but come on. You let that 6'10 boy.
He denied it. No one else denied it.
Yeah, no. Yeah, Bradley denied it. But you let Cooper Flag, probably a 17, 16-year-old boy, sauce you up.
I know we're going to steer away from the conversation, but did you hear the article or the quote that Bradley Beal said, "Whoa, they traded Devin Booker for me"?
Yeah. Okay, buddy.
No, and the other one that pissed me off. First off, thinking that he's better than Devin Booker is wild. But the other one that pissed me off is he said, "Whoa, the Suns actually traded for me?" He forced his way to the Suns.
I don't like Bradley.
I hate Bradley Beal. 42 is way too high.
Do your intro for tomorrow. You know it. Come on. You remember you showed it to me? The video? Drake? Come on. The fans want to see you do it. The fans want to see it.
Oh my God, what was his nickname? The more I say it, the more I hate it.
The more I say it, the more I hate it.
Oh, DeMar DeRozan.
What's his other nickname? The Frozenless.
DeMar DeFrozen. That's it.
A throwback go-to scorer.
Here's the thing: is DeMar better than Zach LaVine? I don't think so.
This is the debate, and you want to do it right now? Quick, yes or no?
No.
Last year, yes.
Last year, yes. This year, Zach LaVine.
Yeah, Zach's
going back to normal. Zach LaVine.
But let's get into what everybody here came to see.
That's cool.
Kyrie at 40. Are you serious?
You serious right now?
I'm not laughing because this is not a joke to me. Kyrie, y'all know all the drama with Kyrie and the Celtics.
Yeah.
A part of me hates him, but a part of me will always love him for the art that he displays on the court. And to rank him at 40 just because he likes to say dumb stuff, not fair.
He averaged 27 points per game, 5.5 assists.
When he's out there, he can do whatever he wants on the offensive end and it not be an issue.
He was a top 5 shooting guard for us. I really don't know how he falls to 40.
And then you look at 39, and that's going to get interesting.
Yeah, you have Desmond Bane above him. This is disrespectful.
Yep.
I get that he is a
issue.
toxic presence off the court, but I think he really changed his ways for Dallas.
Yeah, he seems like he wants to be in Dallas, and they want to make it work, him and Luka, which is exciting.
But when he's on the court, he is so good.
Yep.
Like, he is still cooking to this day.
Yep. He's dominant.
Disrespectful. You want to name these next few guys?
39, we kind of talked about him for a second. Desmond Bane. 38, we've got Drew Holiday. I like that one. Maybe a little bit higher. 37, Mikal Bridges. 36, we've got Evan Mobley. And 35, we have Darius Garland.
And then, I know, we're just going to go ahead and say it. 34, Draymond Green is better than all those guys. Get out of here with this list.
We see that you guys are some Warrior fans at the Ringer.
Kevon Looney, top 50 player.
Okay, buddy.
Desmond Bane, cool. Pretty high for him.
They're a lot higher than I thought he was going to be on our shooting guard rankings. He was at
cracked the list. He was 8 to 10, somewhere in that range. So Desmond Bane's really high on this list. Drew Holiday, love him. I'm glad he's getting some love in this list.
He deserves it. I think he deserves either. This is the lowest point, like we said, was somebody farther down the list.
Yes.
Kyle Kuzma, I believe it was.
Yeah.
I think this is the low end.
The lowest he gets.
I think he could crack into the high end 20s.
He's considered the best. Him or Smart is the best perimeter defender in the league. I would say Drew Holiday, but Mikal Bridges. That's pretty high for Mikal too.
It's so hard to rate him because you're splitting it between a season of the Suns and a season of the Nets.
Two different players.
Two whole different usage ratings. different. He has the ball in
Different
his hands
roles.
so much more. He's asked to score more. I love Mikal. One of my favorite players to watch.
Bright future.
Wouldn't be upset if he dropped a little bit.
And yeah. Now, Evan Mobley at 36. I love Evan Mobley. I don't think he's at 36 yet.
This is another Kenny for real guy.
He is the Kenny
But
for real guy.
I just, it's hard to rate these players so high because he's so young.
They keep putting the young players super low, and then all of a sudden Evan Mobley gets 36.
Yeah.
Like, I get he has really, really good defense, and he shows that he can do a lot of different things. He's a Swiss Army knife.
Yep.
And, we forget about it because the Cavs had a bad playoffs, but they were a really good defense, like top 5,
they were.
and a top 5 offense. He played a big role in that. 36 is a little high for me.
Yep.
Darius Garland. I like Darius Garland, but 35.
You want higher or lower before I go mine?
I don't know.
I got to
mean,
see the rest of the list to really decide. He's another one of those guys where I need to see everybody else ranked above him. But just off the top, I don't think it's the worst placement for him.
I feel like there's a.
You sleepy, buddy?
I am tired.
It's been a long list.
It's been a long list. No, I definitely feel like there was just a few stretches throughout the season where he just wasn't doing anything.
That's fair. Yep.
But 22-8, pretty good.
Now we're getting into the high-end players minus Draymond Green because for some reason he's here.
I'm sorry. Listen, Draymond Green definitely is a vital role of the Warriors, and he doesn't.
I'm sorry, I can't take Draymond Green seriously.
But
He doesn't deserve to be here.
he's so old, bro.
He's 33.
But he acts like he's 50.
No, that is fair.
He looks like he's 52 out there.
Dude,
He averages always below double digits in every single category. Well, has he ever averaged more than 10 points in his career?
maybe his all-star game. All-star.
Crazy, he's a multiple-time All-Star. I don't know. I really like Draymond. I'm going to take that back. I really hate Draymond.
I hate Draymond. My mom hates Draymond. Everybody hates Draymond.
I give him his respect. I think he is a really good player, and he's vital to this team. But at this point, he's not 34. He's
What?
He's worse than Clay. Is he not?
No. Yes. I thought you were talking about his age, not his ranking. I was so.
Oh, no.
He's not 34 anymore.
He's 33.
But no, I think you could name 30 players below him that deserve to be over him. Probably the rest of the list below him deserves
We're tired, buddy.
Me too.
I don't know what's going on with me. No, but the rest of the guys in this tier, 33.
This is an interesting tier right here.
Yeah, 33, Triple J, Jaren Jackson Jr.
My
32,
boy.
your boy Tyrese Halliburton. 31, Cat. And 30, Zion Williamson.
Ringer.
All young guys, and then the 52-year-old Draymond Green.
Ringer. Zion did not play.
Yeah.
Why is he 30 on the list? He's busy out there making babies, not playing basketball.
Spitting in people's mouth.
Oh my.
That's what the one lady said.
The porn star?
Yeah. The one who got like a tattoo of him. Yeah. No, he played like 2 games this year. Honestly, I love Zion Williamson, but come on, guys. No, Jaren Jackson Jr. deserves a lot of love.
Now, this is a guy I love. This is a guy that I think this is a good spot for him.
He has his concerns, the injury concerns. He has his fouling, all that stuff. But
we know somebody else has fouling issues.
Hey, he's doing personal fouls. Draymond Green is doing nut kicking fouls. All right, he's doing the flagrants.
This is true.
No, but Jaren Jackson Jr. is one of the best defenders in the league. Deserves the love. Tyrese Halliburton, go ahead and talk about him. I know you want to say he deserves in top 15, but
hey, I'm gonna agree with the Ringer right here. The new point god of the next generation, an insane passer.
A taller Chris Paul.
Started watching some of his some of the Pacer games later in the year when I started to realize, hey, Tyrese Halliburton is fun to watch. And this dude, he can score. He can whip the ball anywhere, and his shooting is the biggest thing, in my opinion, that separates him from other players. He can shoot the ball like crazy. He gets the steals.
Crazy they wanted him to change his jump shot when he got in the league.
Dude, I know. Which, it is an ugly jumper, I'll be honest with you guys.
But it hits.
But if it works, why would you change it?
Exactly. Karl Anthony Towns is not better than him or JJJ. I'm sorry.
Nope.
I know he used to be
A
considered the top
franchise center.
three.
Can we really
But-
call him a franchise center when he doesn't even play center?
Oh, it's true. He plays power forward technically, which is crazy. I don't think he belongs at the power forward position.
I think y'all should
honestly.
trade him for Dame. Trade him for whatever you get.
I think it's weird because I'd rather have him with Ant than Rudy Gobert, obviously, but he's the only player that's gonna get value in a trade.
Yeah.
So you gotta trade.
You can't
Cat.
trade Rudy. You're not getting 5 picks
Nah.
like you gave up.
I will say, if you trade Cat, I think depending on the team it goes to, most of the teams in the league, he'll definitely change the way he plays and he'll be a different player. And I think he could be really, really good. But
No,
as
yeah.
of right now, he's disappointing.
Oh, and we're lumping players in together.
Also, he was
again.
injured for a while this season.
Who?
It's not a Cat.
Oh.
Cat, because you remember he started
Oh,
off really
he
good. He was
did.
injured from January to April.
Yeah, Cat. My same issue with Zion, except you're not out doing
But
things
Zion
you
was
shouldn't
actually
be.
out for
He-
70 games once again. It was something crazy.
Along with Brandon Ingram at 29.
All right, let's get into it. Brandon Ingram, 29.
Yep.
Lauri Markkanen at 28.
Ooh.
Pascal Siakam at 27. Jalen Brunson at 26.
Love to see the respect and,
and
to end
Paul
out the
George at
25.
25. Now, Brandon Ingram, again, literally didn't play. He played
Yeah.
30 to 40
Yeah,
games.
we talked about him in our small forward. He barely played any games.
He
It's
barely-
hard to rank someone that played less than 50, 60 games.
I will say I like him.
No,
I
yeah,
really like him.
He's
on
a
this
fun
team.
player to watch.
I just wish he played more. So,
Dude, this chair's so uncomfy, guys.
dude, I gave you the blanket.
I'm tweaking out right now.
Lauri Markkanen at 28. Insane that he jumped so high.
I love
I'm
to see
so
this
happy
respect.
for him.
I love that he's getting his flowers. He's getting his roses.
He's just shot up
Yep.
so far.
And
Out of
after
nowhere.
that year in Cleveland, we've talked about it on the podcast. Everybody thought he was done. Everybody thought he was like a salary filler in that Donovan Mitchell trade.
Mhm.
But Utah, they got a big piece that they can have for a very long time.
Just think if the Bulls kept him.
Yep.
Pascal Siakam at 27. 24 points per game and 8 rebounds. That's actually more than I expected from him.
I don't
and
like
6
Pascal.
assists.
I don't like Pascal. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I don't like him.
Because with the Raptors players, they keep treating the Masai Ujiri keeps treating them like they're number one options
Yeah.
when they're 2 or 3.
Yep.
Like if you put Pascal on the Lakers right now, we'd love him.
Yeah.
What? Because he's supposed to be the number one option? Come on. But 27 probably high for him, but I do think he deserves some respect. Jalen Brunson.
I love to see this one.
Me too.
Yeah,
really
it makes
like Jalen
it makes
Brunson.
my heart happy to see him succeeding.
His defense is disappointing at times. I think that's really the only knock I could put
What do you
on him.
expect? He's 6'2".
Yeah, I didn't expect him to get this good after moving on from the Mavs. So I'm really happy. for him.
24.6 assists, 40% from 3,
So
which
good.
was his biggest knock on the Mavericks. I don't know if you knew that.
What?
That he wasn't the greatest volume efficiency three-pointer.
Well,
Three-point shooting.
not this year. And I will
Oh.
say he did really good in the playoffs.
Yep.
So I
He
think
was torching
he deserves
teams.
a lot of love for that. But Paul George,
Oh, I love what the Ringer said about him. The golden standard of second stars.
Ooh,
Me and you talk about this all the time. If you're making a basketball player,
wanna
you're
be
making
Paul
him
George.
in the light of Paul George.
100%. I love Paul George.
Yep.
Perfect basketball player. Disappoints obviously since his years in the Pacers.
Yep.
But 25, is that a little too low?
I
That's
would-
the low end for him.
I would put him over some of the guys I'm looking. This
Maybe.
is his range. He's in
Yeah.
this range. He could be higher.
It's fair. 24, Anthony Edwards. 23, Trey Young.
Yep.
22, Jaylen Brown. Above Jaylen Brown, we have 21, Bam Adebayo. And 20, Domantas Sabonis.
I'm about to go on a tangent.
Oh, no. All right. Go ahead. Talk about Jaylen Brown. He can't dribble.
Would you rather have Jaylen Brown or Bam Adebayo?
Jaylen Brown.
Would you rather have Sabonis or Jaylen Brown?
Jaylen Brown.
Would you rather have James Harden or Jaylen Brown?
Jaylen Brown.
Would
Just 1 year though, because I want Jaylen Brown for the future. But we're talking about just this year.
just from the year.
Okay. Jaylen Brown.
And I'll stop there because I will give John Morant respect. I've got John Morant over Jaylen Brown.
Like,
Are you showing
depending
more
on the
love?
rest of my team,
That is fair.
you get
but
the 2A
But no,
guy.
you got my point, guys. I'm not happy with Jaylen Brown being there. But are you happy with Anthony Edwards at 24? Too high? Too low? Perfect?
No, definitely not too low. Or not. Yeah, definitely not too low.
A Burley scorer.
Could be a little higher.
Yep, I could see that.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Trae Young at 23.
On this podcast, everybody knows.
Yeah.
We don't like the lolly sucking. Whoa! Almost went off the railing there.
Lollipop looking ass.
Yes.
Players.
The lollipop meme, y'all know.
Yeah, not
Lollipop looking.
lollipop sucking ass. Player.
Ooh.
No. 24 and you're balding. No.
This turned into a roasting of Trae Young.
Listen, he puts up the stats. 26 and 10 is really good, but he can't get his team back in the playoffs after that one good year.
He had one. Was it a fluke at this point? Are we saying a fluke on Trae Young's end? He can't lead the team after one season of making it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
They literally could barely get in the play-in. They were in the playoffs this year, but
They played us, bro.
yeah,
I think they took us to 5 or 6.
I think he just 6. They actually had some good games.
Yeah.
But
But that was the Celtics falling apart before everyone's eyes. Speaking of the Celtics, Mr. Money Man himself didn't deserve it, but he sure did get it. Jaylen Brown.
Guy that could be a number 1 option. He wants it.
No, he doesn't, because he obviously stayed with us.
Yeah, to get the bag, and he's going to request a trade.
Whoa. That's not what we're discussing here. We're not discussing trades. We're discussing Jaylen Brown being at 22. Rocky, how do you feel about that? As you're scrolling up the list.
Looking up the list, I think that max you can put him above. You can put him at 19, above the 3 guys you listed. He's better than Bam. He's better than Sabonis.
But my
he's better
thing,
than Harden.
we're getting really deep into the list. I'll get to it when we get there, but we'll get into it in a minute.
Okay, Bam Adebayo. He keeps disappointing every year, but he did really perform well in the playoffs, so I'll give him that. Defensive Player of the Year candidate, 100%.
Yeah.
Sabonis, very underrated player. He doesn't stand out on the stat sheet all the time.
Struggled in the playoffs, did he not? Isn't it a little bit harder for him in the playoffs?
I'd say like 50-50. I think he had half good games, half not.
I think this is. It feels
Listen,
really
it's hard
high.
when you got Draymond Green kicking you while you're
This
on the
is
ground.
true. But just from looking at the pass list, maybe. I think from 20 to 25, where Paul George first was, I think all of that could be
Moved around.
moved around.
Now, we've hit the top 20. This is it. Let's go one by one now.
Okay, let me announce this one.
Go ahead. We already announced them, but sure.
At 19, we've got James Harden.
James Harden.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know I say it in every episode. Okay, I'm getting off topic.
What
I was
are you
doing
gonna
the
say?
intro. You know I say it every episode, but it's hard to rank these players.
Yeah. James Harden is...
Not better than Jaylen Brown, I'll tell you that.
No, I wouldn't say that. He is a top 3, top 5 playmaker in the league.
No,
so
yeah.
I'll give him credit there. Disappointed in the playoffs, except for the 150-point game. He always has to drop 1, and then after game 1, he sucks.
Yep.
Now he's trying to force his way to the Clippers because he can't stand being with the team for more than 1 year.
Even though the team's good.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Anyways, John Morant at number 18. Lethal shooter.
Dude, for a second it caught me off guard because I was like, no, he's not a shooter. But he wants to be. He wants to be a shooter, guys.
26, 8, and 6.
It's low, but also
He
just
didn't play the last half of the season.
didn't play in the playoffs, did he? No.
No.
I didn't think so.
yes.
No.
Yes.
He did.
Doesn't matter because the Lakers
Obviously,
beat him.
they lost. But number 17.
Aaron
got-
Fox. I'm sorry.
We were
I
going
had to
one by
say it.
one,
I'm
one
just
by
so
one, one by
excited.
one. Okay. You
I'm
talk
so
about him.
excited about.
Tell me about
Fox.
him.
No, I think Fox had a big year. People kept talking about how he disappoints and disappoints every year. He's not growing. He's not going to beat the guy for the Kings. Guess what? Clutch Player of the Year,
He is that guy for the Kings.
Mr. Fox.
Light the beam, De'Aaron Fox.
Had a beautiful year. He performed very, very well in the playoffs.
The Cinderella story of the year.
I'm saying it right now. If he didn't injure his thumb or finger
The
in
Warriors?
the first round, he beats the Warriors 100%.
100.
Because I vividly remember in game like 5, I think, it was really close, and that was the game where he hurt his finger,
Yep.
and they would have won, but instead they had to depend on the Harrison Barnes ugly ass 3.
That is
So-
true.
and that would have put him up like 3-1 or something. So, De'Aaron Fox, so glad he's getting
You
the
gonna let
praise.
me do this one?
Go ahead.
16, Jamal Murray.
Not better than Jalen.
Not
Brown.
better than Jaylen Brown, but I love him, and I don't want to take away from him. Because from what he's been through with the injuries, coming back this year, winning his first ever championship, I have no hate towards this guy.
Well, give the Nuggets players some love, but not 16.
No, he definitely got this just from his playoff.
100%
His playoff
just from the Nuggets winning the championship and him being really dominant
Yep.
in the playoffs. I'll give him that. So, but
This one's you.
15, Donovan Mitchell. Looking above them in the list, I think that's pretty fair.
This is a fair spot for Don.
Only thing I would switch is maybe he's better than Dame, but Dame had a really good
Dame
year.
had
so-
his best year of his career. This
But Donovan Mitchell averaged 28 and 4 on one of the best teams in the league. Top 5
Regular
defense,
season,
top
yeah.
5 ops and offense.
options.
Disappointed in the playoffs.
Yep.
His first 2 or 3 years in the league, he was really dominant in the playoffs.
So dominant.
And all of a sudden, he just sucks in the playoffs.
Those
So-
Jazz versus OKC series that it happened his first 2 years back to back
yeah.
was so fun to watch.
And then obviously the Jazz Nuggets series that happened in the bubble
Yep.
where he was dropping 50. But this year, didn't do it.
And at number 14, we have Damian Lillard. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not talking about him.
Hey, he had an MVP candidate
Yeah,
season, really. 32 and 7.
Great year, but
If-
I'm not talking about people that are gonna be the way that he's acting.
If honestly, let's say the Blazers were the number 3 seed in the West. Does
Yeah.
he win MVP
Yeah.
this year?
Yeah. Yep.
Over Embiid?
Yep.
I think that's fair.
Because it's a different face that hasn't been there.
So 14 is fair. I actually, hot take, but I like the guy above him. Shea at 13. Kind of like
Shea
that.
is also one of my favorite players to watch.
Listen, we said in the point guard video,
Yep.
he was dropping 30 every single
Yep.
night.
He
To
was
start the
with it
season.
the whole way. And even closer to the end, he slowed down, but he's still averaging 31 points, 6 assists.
He was so fun to watch. Tall
Defensive,
point guard.
offensively, he can do it all
He has
out
it
there.
everything. Yes. Great, beautiful future for
Yeah.
the Thunder.
Yeah.
Number 12, LeBron James. He has fallen. on this list.
Interesting.
And looking ahead, listen, I love LeBron James. I'm not a LeBron James hater, but I definitely admit that he has gotten up in age.
Yeah. From just looking up a little bit, I think he can inch his way into the top 10. Just
Yeah.
from my perspective, love him. He's bound to be 38. Is he turning 39 this year, or is he already 38? Either way, 38, 39. Going into 21 years in the NBA, 22 years in the NBA.
Still averaged a lot. He averaged 29 points
Yeah.
per game.
He's still just
and
as
7.
dominant from 2003.
He had a disappointing playoffs, and a lot of people were saying that he couldn't dominate anymore, but I honestly do believe the idea that he was injured, and
Yeah.
he came back too quickly
Yeah.
from injury. So
And also, even if he can't dominate, 38 years old in the top 15 players in
Insane.
the world, that's
hey,
insane.
Big Booty Lowry ain't doing that.
No,
I
sir,
can tell
he's
you
not.
that.
But at number 11, we have his teammate, Anthony Davis. And I
No.
want your take on this.
Looking ahead at this list, this is definitely something that surprised me because Anthony Davis is someone that we obviously hate on a lot because he doesn't show up because he's always injured.
Yep.
But when he plays and he has that dog in him, he is so good.
There was times in the year, I won't lie to you guys, I was surprised picking on this dude every day of the week. Because
Yeah.
when LeBron was out, this dude was
He
getting
dominated.
whatever he wanted. And watching it is very fun. But seeing it night to night to night, and then carry on from the season to the playoffs, doesn't normally happen for AD just because of health issues.
Yeah, other than the 1 year where they won the championship.
Yep.
I wonder if they just won the championship and he gave up after that.
Hey, he got his ring.
But he legitimately could be an MVP candidate this season.
Yeah.
If he steps up, he's still 30, which is a pretty good age.
Older than I thought he was.
I know, but
He always feels like a 28 to me.
I feel like he was on the Pelicans for so long. That's what he thinks about Anthony Davis. No, Anthony Davis, dominant role when when LeBron was out,
Come on, we're right here at the end. Let's get it.
and had a really, 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 really good playoffs. So give him some love.
Yep. And Devin Booker.
At 10, ludicrous.
Ludacris needs to be higher. Ludacris needs to be lower.
Higher.
I'm saying, just let me be real with you. He's number 8 on my list. He's better than the people that are coming up very soon.
Yeah.
Devin Booker, whatever he wants on the court, he gets
Looking
it
like MJ in the playoffs.
any way he wants it. And then the playoffs, he turns it up even higher.
Was scoring non-stop, carrying this team farther than they should have been because there was no one else on this team other than Booker and KD. And he tried so hard to beat the Nuggets. Again, I said in the other video, he was the best player against the Nuggets. He's better than Jimmy Butler against the Nuggets. I'm sorry.
Yep. He had by far the best postseason.
Yeah.
Okay.
He had better
I was making
postseason
sure
than
we
Jimmy
agreed
Butler.
with that one.
Jimmy Butler, if he
He's-
continued on
yeah.
the stretch from the first round, he would have been best. But
Yeah.
Devin Booker, best playoff.
Speaking of Jimmy Butler, number 9, we've got Jimmy Buckets himself.
And we got the haters in the background.
Got the yees.
The
Anyways,
yees.
well, tell me how you feel about Jimmy Johns, Jimmy Butler, Butler the Jimmy.
Michael Jordan Jr.
At
himself.
times, because it's not always.
Regular season, he obviously always.
The thing with
just
Jimmy,
doesn't
with
care.
me, even in the playoffs, not even talking about regular season, there's just times where he just
Does nothing.
doesn't care.
Yeah.
Like, he just doesn't have an interest because he feels like, give me the ball in the fourth, I'll get it done.
There was definitely times in like the Celtics series where he was just doing nothing.
Yep. And that's how it is with him at times. When he's on, hard to stop him. But when he's
That
kind of
game
in that
against the
mindset of like,
Bucks.
let me just relax, let me sit in the corner. And obviously he was injured for a good bit of the playoffs. But that's one of my narcs on Jim.
Yeah, definitely a little high for him. I guess he gets the praise because of the playoffs, which he deserves. So you can make the argument, but
Yep.
the grand scheme of things, I don't think I'd put him at 9.
Nope. And I don't think I would be putting number 8 where he is right now.
Why Leonard?
And I don't know how to rate Kawhi Leonard because
He's injured every year.
when's he going to play? I want to see enough games in a season to be like, that's Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, he definitely played more games this year.
Yep.
He
I will
played
give him that.
around 40-ish, I'd say.
Yep.
I mean, he was on our small forward list, so he definitely hit some kind of criteria.
He played more than Brandon, and
And
Brandon
listen,
played less than 40.
That game 1 of the Clippers series, we thought he was about to carry them to the finals.
Yes.
But then he had
was
the
having
little
a great
tweak.
start.
He had the little tweak, and he said, all right, next year. I don't know. You can't go high when you don't have the dog in you to just play in the regular season.
Yep.
Always injured. And I feel like with people like this, it's like, I get it. You get injured sometimes, but always injured? Come on.
Yep.
Let's
It's
be
true.
real. You got your 2 rings, and you kind of chilling out now in LA. But number 7, Luka Doncic.
Luka.
And looking at this list, I think this is fair. I think I put him at 7. Is there someone you put him higher than? Oh, we agree on something?
It's hard to rate Luka. I've said this, and you know I say it in every video. But it's just so hard to rate Luka. His team wasn't good this year, and at some point, do we have to point to Luka and be like, is there some kind of reason this team's not working? Obviously, the front office isn't giving him what he needs, but
Mark Cuban, do something.
There's been so many different versions of this Mavs team, and it's always been Luka at the head, and
Yeah.
they've never made it past the hump.
No, I think. Well, I mean, last year they did really good. It was just
Yeah.
Luka and whoever was with them last year, and they
Yep.
went to the conference finals.
So then why'd they fall apart this year with practically the same team
nah,
before trading Kyrie?
nah, they had less players this year, but it was weird because even when he'd be dropping like 50-point triple double, they'd still be 500 team.
I don't know what's going on with the Mavs, and I think that's why he's fallen a little bit on most lists. Because I mean, going into
But let's be honest, he's averaging 32, 8 and 8.
No,
at
yeah.
24.
going into this year, everybody was putting him as the MVP for this year.
Yeah,
Everybody
definitely
saw
was
it.
an MVP
Everybody
candidate.
wanted it, but gotta get that team rating. Not rating record up, buddy.
I think he potentially will be the best player in the league
Soon,
in 2 years.
potentially,
So we'll see.
if someone else doesn't
Now,
snatch it from him coming up.
I know you're gonna disagree with this one.
At number 6, we have Jason Tatum. And honestly, I would like to see him over Joel and Kevin Durant.
That's what I was gonna say. I think he belongs number 4.
I think he should be number 4, but I also think that this group of like 7 Luka up is that new tier and is kind of cut off some of the other players, because these are the guys that are gonna play the games. They're gonna make sure they're always in MVP rankings, voting. These are the guys that are at the top of the NBA right now,
Yeah,
and I think 7 through
you can
3
argue anyway.
you could move around.
Yeah,
I don't think you can move 1 or whoa, ringer. Never mind. I was gonna say you can't move 1 or 2, but number 2 is not who I thought it was.
yeah. Jason Tatum is someone that's top 5 in this league, in my opinion.
Yep.
Future MVP candidate.
Probably next year.
He should be in contention for MVP.
And
100%.
the other thing, he's going after championship after championship every year. We haven't won one. We might
I
not
think-
win one next year.
I think it'll be soon.
But over the next, they have set for the next 5-6 years, Tatum has a chance to get a championship.
I think
every
MVP
single
candidate
year.
next year is reasonable because I
Yep.
think they'll be the best team in the
I think
East.
him and Luka will be the two. Little hot take there. Him and Luka will be the two running for it next year.
No, that's fair. Number 5, we have Joel Embiid.
It's
Regular
so hard.
season guy.
Yeah, he doesn't do it in the postseason. I would take Jason and Luka over him.
Now, 33 points per game, 65% true percentage. That's
Yep.
really impressive.
It is,
But
but when the game excuse me, the game comes
it out.
down to the postseason, does
yeah,
it not? And every year, it's just like he doesn't have what it takes to get past it.
another guy who just has a little tweak.
Yep.
And I will say, I think that he went so hard in the regular season trying to get his MVP that he fell apart.
Yep. And number 4, we've got Kevin Durant, because he can't stay on one team at a time.
Trade him to a new team already because the Suns suck. I honestly think I really like KD, but I feel like he can get lower.
I feel like over the past 2 years, last year with the Celtics' big run and kind of stopping KD, they made KD look human 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then this year, it just feels like, yes, he's still Kevin Durant. He can do it. But it's not always like it used to be. Takes a little bit more work for him to get what he wants.
He was disappointing in the playoffs because, I mean, even though he averaged like probably 28 to 30, something crazy.
Yep.
It always felt like he was going to kick it in at some point, and he just never did.
Yep.
There was like one game in the Nuggets series where he kicked it in.
It was Devin Booker.
Yeah. Number 3. Actually, let's just...
Can we just run 1, 2, 3? Or 2, 3 and talk about it?
2, 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's the big
I think they're
disagreement.
switched.
Yeah, I agree.
Number 3, we have Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And number 2, we have Steph Curry. These are the best of the best NBA players there is. And I do think that is the 3.
Yeah.
1, Giannis 2, Curry 3.
I think Giannis belongs to number 2. Don't get me wrong. I love Curry.
Yep, I do too.
Best point guard in the league by far.
Best point guard of all time, let's be real here.
He's definitely up
Got
there.
the case
and should
for
be
it.
in the conversation.
Yep.
But I think the only reason you put Giannis below him this year is because Giannis disappointed in the
Yeah.
playoffs, but he was also injured.
And guess what? Failure is not really failure.
That is what he said. So you
And
gotta
he
give him
did
credit
make a
for it.
very mean tweet about his villain art coming up. So
he did shave his head.
we could look at him getting his MVP for the third time.
Yeah, it'd be a third. No, but Curry, he had a great Game 7 against the Kings.
Yep.
He performed very well in the playoffs.
And it's so
I think
fun-
that's why he gets the nod above Giannis this
Yep.
year.
It's so fun watching him because he's 35.
Yeah,
And
he's so old.
He's not slowing down. The way he
No.
plays, he's playing for another good 5 years.
Yeah,
Like
just
good
as a
basketball.
shooter.
Yep.
He could just turn into Seth Curry and
Yep.
just be an off-ball
For
shooter.
the next till he's 45 years old. If he wanted to, he could.
But
I'll give you the
the
honors.
big reveal at number 1, we have Nikola Jokic. Let's give our applause to Nikola Jokic.
Jokic, the Joker.
The Joker himself, Finals MVP.
He did
Nikola
it this year.
Jokic.
This was him. This was his season.
He should.
He should have won the MVP.
He should have won MVP.
He should have won
Should've
MVP,
time.
Finals
Three
MVP.
Time.
Should have won it all. Yes, he's not my all-time GOAT like this man right here,
I never say he's my all-time
but
GOAT.
he is a GOAT nonetheless.
Listen, Jokic deserves all the praise. Obviously, he's the Finals MVP this year.
Yep.
He carried the team to the final. Well, he had really good players with him.
Yeah.
But
As all good teams do.
by far the best team
Yep.
in the entire playoffs. It just decimated every team.
Yep.
And this is a guy that we used to say couldn't be the best guy on a playoff team. You
Did I
remember
say that?
No, no, no.
Oh, the media. had
Media
said-
said
Yeah, yeah,
Because he
yeah.
can't play defense.
Jokic,
But he actually plays
he
pretty
proved
good
him wrong,
defense.
and guess what? What's even cooler? He doesn't even care that he proved y'all wrong.
He was more excited to
He
win
went
that
home
horse
to
racing
get that
championship.
horse championship, and he's still in that horse outfit. I saw a picture today. He's chilling in the horse outfit. He don't care about none of this but playing basketball and getting horses.
But anyways, that's a great note to end off on. Nikola Jokic horse racing competition.
Oh, we're not piecing them out right now. You
Guys,
put your hand.
If you made it this far into the video, comment Nikola Jokic horse racing competition.
That's so long. Don't make them comment that. Out of respect, comment Joker MVP.
All right,
Can't
guys.
make them comment a book.
I hope you've enjoyed this one if you made it this far. Anyways, later, guys.
Adios.